Cowen's John Blackledge is with us, along with Evercore's Lee Horowitz. Talk about a story, guys, where investors sort of aren't. Is this part of the normal, like, post-print volatility, or is it something different this time, Lee?
Well, obviously, it was a big subscriber miss in the quarter, and it brought about two very important questions for us that we think investors are contemplating today. Netflix's ability to raise price in lieu of rising competition. You saw elevated churn in this quarter from a price increase, as well as its ongoing need to invest in content. The company called out, their inability to meet their subscriber estimates based on what was seen to be a weaker content slate. So to us, that shows the need to continue to invest heavily in content.
Do you think price hikes from here on out are just going to be too hard to do?
We don't think they're too hard to do, but perhaps the magnitude that we saw in this quarter won't be as large as we move forward, and perhaps the time between the next price hike might be a little bit longer.
Or maybe, John, as one of your sell-side colleagues said earlier in the morning, maybe you don't do a price hike in a content-weak quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing about it. Like, if you look at it, Netflix has beaten sub-guide 10 of the last 14 quarters, but they missed 2Q guide 3 of the last 4 years. In two of those years, they had price hikes. And in the past, in 2016, they missed off a price hike, and they had said that they wouldn't do another price hike during 2Q again. And the reason they probably shouldn't have done it is because 2Q is seasonally the lowest quarter for subnet ads. So I think they'll probably think about the cadence of price hikes relative to like what quarter they should do it going forward.
Lee, should we think this happens to Amazon and HBO? Just when they have a quarter that's not so strong as far as either sales, there's not a big holiday, or there's not a Game of Thrones, that subscribers actually drop that much. I mean, we don't get that kind of visibility into their sub numbers, but is this unusual?
It's a great question. For HBO, we could see that happening in terms of how the content slate lines up. Amazon, obviously a much different animal. They're really monetizing those subscribers through e-commerce channels and much different than, say, one title on Amazon Instant Video.
But maybe that's why they came up with Prime Day.
Certainly, right? Not a bad idea.
Hollywood's got to be saying welcome to the party. I mean, in terms of just how hard it is to create hits, right? You think that's something Netflix is figuring out now?
I think that's the right question. And, in Hollywood, content is king, and, Netflix's subscriber numbers continue to prove that out. And, if Netflix is going to be a more hits-driven business, investors will be asking themselves, what multiple do I want to put on that?